What is up, Yugioh people? Today I am here to bring you a Gravekeeper deck profile. I am aware that I probably should have uploaded this about a week ago. I've been busy, sorry guys. But it's late at night. I wanted to play zombies, but I can't find my mic, and I don't really feel like playing multiplayer without it. So, I'm going to show this deck profile to you guys. I have free time now, I'm going to use it. Alright, well, the new ban list helped us and hurt us a little bit, but Royal Tribute to 1, all the staples to mostly 1, Solemn Judgment ban, Shockmaster ban, but you know what? Out with the old guys, and in with the new. So, some of these card choices are, optional. I'm pretty much in a permanent state of testing, like I'm never quite sure what to run. But anyways, without further ado, I'm going to show it to you. I mean, GKs aren't that hard to build. You can get the gist of what a Gravekeeper deck is here. I'm trying out a couple of cards. Actually, just one card that I normally wouldn't try. But anyways, you know what? I'm going to stop talking. Let's get started. Triple Gravekeeper's Commandment, because it's Necro Rally. Necro Rally is kind of important. I was never sure if it was necessary to run it at 3. But people run Terraforming and Dragon's Arena at 3, but I'm not sure that's necessary either. Doesn't matter. It can still be a 2100 attack point monster, so I ain't gonna hate. Anyways, 1 Gravekeeper's Assailant. You kind of pull this guy out of your back pocket when you need him. You don't need him too often, but he's a good option to have. I'm going with triple Gravekeeper's Descendant. By the way, guys, I'm not sure if this is like the set Gravekeeper lineup. You can kind of shift around your Gravekeeper lineup, but as long as you're running triple Spy and triple Recruiter, and probably about triple Commandment, you're doing something right. So just stick with that. Then the other one, you can kind of shift the numbers with the other ones, but I think this one's pretty good right now. I'm going to continue. I'm going to stop talking. Of course, triple Gravekeeper Spy. That's the deck. That's the searcher. 1 Kageki, or Kato Kage. I'm trying it at 1, Just maybe you got stuck, you need an extra Xyz. Had to pause for a second. Did you miss me, guys? You probably didn't even notice I was gone, but I'm back. And anyways, maybe sometimes, I can understand, sometimes you might need this. I'm only playing at 1. I mean, I figured it's a level 4. It's a dark monster. I guess I could use it for something. And double Gravekeeper's Guard. I actually don't see as many Gravekeeper decks playing this, but I do really like this card. So anyways, continuing, triple Gravekeeper's Recruiter, because that's kind of how it goes. I don't actually like Gravekeeper's Recruiter that much, but it's not a bad card at all. It's just like, I don't know, maybe it's because he's level 3 and all the other ones are level 4s. But anyways, that's all for the monsters, guys. Moving on. Dark Hole, of course. 1 Royal Tribute, they limited it. I can understand. A lot of people are going to be playing Gravekeepers this format. Or at least a few people like me, like the underdogs of the Yugioh world. I'm going to be honest. Most people say Royal Tribute is a good card to open up with in your first hand, and I agree with them. I'm not sure Royal Tribute is worth wanting at 1. People always object to me with this kind of opinion, like, it's not like the staple traps. Staple traps can always be run at 1. They're just that good. Like a Compulse, I can still run a Compulse at 1 because it's worth it. But I see people like people were saying limit Super Rejuvenation. I mean, it was kind of OP in Dragon Rulers, but is it worth even playing at all if you limit it? You might as well have banned it. Because, I mean, what's the likelihood you're even going to draw into it? And when you draw into it, are you going to have the combo available in your hand? I'm putting some food for thought in you guys' head. I did think they went overboard. I don't even think maybe semi-limit. You know what? Semi-limit seems reasonable with Super Rejuve. but they always, like, it seems to me they went a little overboard with the ban list. You know, they killed the problem. They killed the card that was making it so OP, and then they killed the card itself, which doesn't really make sense. I mean, maybe semi-limited, because it was, I mean, the only other deck that's really going to use it is Heretics, and I don't really have a problem with that. They're going to add a Super Rejuve, I'm going to drop a Max C. You know, what are you going to do now? We're both drawing cards. Anyways, continuing. Triple Duality, I thought about putting Allure of Darkness in there, but with Triple Duality, I wasn't sure if it was actually necessary. Continuing, 2 Gravekeepers still. I don't think you need to run more than 2. You could try it if you want to. Triple MST. Even when Heavy Storm was an option, I'm still running Triple MST. Plus, I wouldn't run... Nope, you shouldn't run Heavy Storm in a Gravekeeper deck. My opinion, it's not a fact, it's just my opinion, but I don't think you should. And now you can't. Book of Moon, one of my favorite quick plays. Triple Necro Valley, most important card of the deck. That's all the spells. I think it's about 15. Anyways, the traps. 1 bottomless trap hole. Wish it was still at 2. 1 mirror force. I mean, you could bump it up to 2. This trap lineup is kind of objectionable, but I didn't really feel like running more than 1 mirror force, because Starlight Road still is a thing. Although I thought about running another Starlight Road, but now that it's not, I know it's not the only one, but pretty much the go-to mass destruction card, the only one that people have left now is Dark Hole. So I didn't feel it was necessary to have more than 1 Starlight Road. There's only 1 big destruction card that goes in every deck. Don't start talking about Fire Kings, because they're a different story. Alright? Anyways, so instead of another Mirror Force, I played Double Dimensional Prison. I think it's better. You know, they can't, whatever. 1 Compulse, because Compulse is good enough to run at 1. 2 Fiendish Chains. You know, it's Fiendish Chain, what's not to like? 2 Dark Illusions. I like this card. I'm not sure why more people don't run it. I gotta admit, even in my old deck profile, I didn't have it in there, but it was considered. Anyways, it's a good card. It's a good card in this deck. I actually I actually didn't even know about this card until I actually bought the Gravekeeper starter deck like years ago. Dark Illusion was in there. I was like, this card's amazing. Anyways, negate the activation spell trap effect that affects a dark monster. You know, whatever, destroy it. Your dark monsters are safe. You have a lot of dark monsters. And one Solemn Warning. I don't think they should have banned Solemn Judgment, but although I don't think anybody did. Anyways, extra deck. 1 Wind-Up Zen Mains, 1 Tim Tempo, 1 Leviaire, Cowboy, Dweller, Digesto Emerald, Maestro, Steel Swarm Roach, Diamond Direwolf, Black Ship of Corn, Photon, Papillo Operative, yes! Score. Master Key Beetle, Gem Knight Pearl, because Ophion is a thing. Ophion doesn't do shit to this deck, really. Alright. Evil Swarm Ouroboros. I mean, I'd still rather run Shockmaster, but Ouroboros is still definitely a good card. And Stardust, because Stardust is Stardust, and Starlight Road is a thing, and so is Stardust, so I'm gonna play Stardust. Yo. Word. Extra deck, not a real extra deck. Cards I've considered. My decks usually stay in flux for a while. I thought about Void Trap Holes. I've thought about enemy controllers. I don't think Forbidden Lance is necessary in this deck now that I think about it. I've been thinking about Allure of Darkness. Let's get those out of here. But I mean, with Triple Duality, I wasn't sure Allure of Darkness was necessary. I've also been thinking about Evil Swarm Nightmare instead of Roach. Not completely sure about that. I think I might just stick with Roach. A 3rd guard. I told you, the monster lineup. For me, I can just never figure out how to get it right. I wish I could run triples of all of them, but that's not going to work out. Traps are in my opinion, traps are important in this deck. There's just not as many to run now. You know what? It's a 41 card deck. I know some of you guys are gonna hate on that one extra card, but whatever. It's kind of how I roll. It works, so I'm gonna play it. I believe every card in this deck is necessary, so I'm just gonna roll with it. Did none of you guys in the comments tell me to take out Book of Moon? In so many of my other deck profiles, people told me to take out Book of Moon. It's like my favorite quick play, man. I'm not taking out Book of Moon. That is a good card. Book of Moon wins games. Book of Moon has almost won me as many games as Monster Reborn has. So it just went straight past Dark Hole and Heavy Storm. It's pretty good. I'm going to stop talking now. Play this deck, enjoy this deck, and tell me how to improve this deck. Show me your build if you want. I mean, it's standard. They're all kind of the same. I mean, one time I went ham and just made a completely Gravekeeper deck, just completely based on the fact that they were spellcasters. That deck was pretty fun. It was different. It was like kind of confusing to play. There was too many different elements in there. I mean, I wasn't as confused, but my opponents didn't know what I was doing, so it was kind of an advantage. I'm gonna stop talking now. Anyways, like it if you liked it, subscribe if you want it, and I'll keep you guys posted for any updates. Probably not, but whatever. If I find something interesting, I'll update you guys, but it's a Gravekeepers deck. It's just kind of gonna stay how it is. Anyways, you know what? Actually, you know what? Tell me what you think about Royal Tribute. I want your opinion. Is it even worth playing now? I mean, most people are gonna say yes, but just think about it. Is it even worth playing at 1? Anyways, I am the ProBigawesome, and
In my turn.
Yeah, I know that's cheesy, but I love it. I love cheesy. That's just like my signature. I don't know what it is, but it's delicious. Anyways, that's my time. It's your move. Peace out, guys.